Greetings, everyone. This is the Hipster Snek, and today we're trying out Kill the Music, the demo. This was released on Steam in demo form not too long ago. I saw a thing about it on the Twitter post from the game's dev. And today joining me is my good buddy, Ditaku.
I am here.
I'm
not there.
He actually is. It's pretty great. And we are just going to get into it. We have a tutorial. Yes, that will help tremendously. Auto attack happens regardless of input. That's good to know, I suppose. Alright. I know it's like a rhythm RPG, roguelike kind of affair. I really don't know anything beyond that. Oh,
Hey, Professor, remember Mother 3? Remember how that was supposed to be a rhythm RPG?
Yeah, but then they put everything in like some ungodly time signature. Okay, so RB to the beat to power up attacks. Oh, I'm going to be terrible at this. I have so little rhythm, it's not even funny. Auto switch after each attack. So there can be slight...
I guess you know what that means. Stick ain't got rhythm.
Yeah,
he ain't got rhythm.
Okay.
He ain't got rhythm.
Kill the enemies,
No
drop
one's gonna get
spirit energy, collect them to build the solo meter. Oh, that's what these are. Okay. Now, Cog and Arranger are gonna make fun of me. They're just like, wow, dude. Press the assigned for a solo of that instrument. Is that some kind of big attack? Okay, so it is like a big attack, basically. By your difficulty choices, and we'll get to that later. Okay. These are your upgrade options. You get 3 choices after each song. This is the rating of the upgrade, denoting power level and rarity. The fire effects on upgrades indicate that it is powerful. So we have keyboard, rotate around, you move faster to the beat, heal some health, and the vortex. Base will produce vortex on beat hit that will explode and group enemies together for crowd control. That seems good. I like that.
So it's like a black hole attack type of thing.
During round start, you can choose your difficulty level. Harder the difficulty, the greater the reward. Each option will feature a variety of goals and conditions. No reward, play it safe, max health up, damage up, get uncomfortably buff. Defeat set of enemies. Oh, there's different conditions. Let's try medium. I think we can do this.
Just the way I like my steak. Here on, hot takes by Ditaku. Honestly, I think well done meat is unfortunate.
No, it is. That's why we asked them firmly but politely to leave. Okay, so they turn red as they're taking damage, so you kind of... How did I die that fast? I just got hit like twice, and that was it. Okay, it's gonna be one of those games. Alright, let's get into it. 1 of 12 starting instrument guitars will attack the area in front of you, and will quickly turn as you run. Minus defense, but heal after auto switch. 2 of 12 keyboards. 3 of 12 bass.
I think it's supposed to be, look at the upper left, I think that's supposed to be their name.
Emily. So you have 4 characters available. You have Emily, Noah, Rachel, and Sarah.
Not a huge fan of these character designs.
Yeah, it's not really my jam.
Kind of remind me of Latter Day JoJo.
Yeah, it's getting into that kind of quirky faux punk aesthetic, which is not really my jam, but I'll try Sarah. Okay.
This is my stand. No rain.
Alright, here we go.
Hey, Snek, remember when JoJo didn't have an anime?
Yeah, I remember. People actually had to read a book.
Remember when, JoJo fans were considered weird?
Weird outcasts instead of... Oh, so you're approaching me? Lols. That's not even the funniest bit of part 3.
That's not even the funniest bit of that fight. I mean, let's not forget, don't worry, guys. I'll just have to be sure. Here, have a sign. I'm gonna have to cut this guy's head off. Or, never mind the entire sequence with the U.S. Senator. Just, oh, hello, young man. Just drive. What? Keep driving. But there are people there. Yeah, and?
To your point. Sama Satori? Okay. Alright, upgrades. Got bass, guitar, increase movement speed when low on health, reroll by cost of health. Power up the guitar, I guess? Easy, and medium. It has a temporary negative condition. I think we can handle one negative condition. I see it. I died on the meter gain. Oh, I don't care. I'm barely paying attention to the meter. There was another rhythm-based game that was like kind of inspired by Doom, and I was terrible at that. Oh, I was so bad. I'm better at... I forget the name of it. I'll have to go back and check, but that was sometime last year.
So how are you at Elite Beat Agents then?
Would you believe I've never actually played?
Wow. That's
Yeah.
surprising.
I know, I've heard nothing but good things, but yeah, I've not gotten the chance to play it.
Man, let me tell you, I could not beat the final stage. I got really good at that game, but I just could not beat it because, like, the last third, it just throws a crap load of things at you all at once, and it would just, like, kill my health. And I'm like, every single time, I couldn't beat it.
I did beat Rhythm Thief, for what that's worth. Speed up, gotta go fast. Yeah, alright. You made the meme, so I feel obligatory. Enemy speed is doubled.
Hold on, guys. I don't know if the doctor will, accept gotta go fast as a medical condition. Yes, Sonic Boom, meme compilations. Yes, that is a thing that happened. It's not even the funniest joke in Sonic Boom.
I mean, it's good. It's not the best joke.
I don't know. What's your favorite joke out of Sonic Boom?
I think my favorite bit was Amy makes an aside about, oh, like, come on, that's the oldest trick in the book. And Sonic's like, oh, yeah, like, how is that book anyway? I've been meaning to read it. And Amy's like, it's okay, but it's not very original. People need to stop rehashing the same ideas over and over. And, like, Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic all just kind of start looking around really awkwardly, like,
There are a lot that I really like, but probably my favorite is the bit where they keep going like, no, we have to go further, we have to go further, we have to go further, and it just ends with Roger Frank Smith.
oh yeah, walking out in a Sonic costume, like, whoops, too far.
Yeah. I don't know, I really love jokes like that.
Let's get a bass. Why not? What's her face? You can play bass.
Of course, probably if I was, had a gun to my head and was like, okay, if not that one, then probably the entire bit about Nichols being the mayor for a day.
That was a good episode.
And being like the most petty-minded bureaucrat, even though he's not that smart. It's like, oh, I think they're trying to say something.
Given that the head writer of the show was like, Styx the Badger is my spirit animal, no, never.
Little girl Alex Jones is his spirit animal? No! Yeah, because isn't it like Styx, like, canonically, like, 12?
I don't think so. I don't know. Well, technically the characters don't have canon ages per se. There's just kind of like a ballpark that they fall into.
That is a big freaking lie. Don't tell me that there isn't like a data book or something for like Sonic and the others.
Here's the thing. If such a thing officially exists, it varies a little based on continuity. Like, Sonic Boom continuity is not the same as the mainline canon Sonic continuity, which is not the same as the movie continuity, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So there are variances. Like, the movie Sonic is like implied to be a bit younger, a little more immature kind of thing.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Keanu Reeves in, John Wick the Hedgehog?
I am very much looking forward to the movie. I'm very, very looking forward to it. I'm gonna stick with medium. I'm feeling pretty confident I can do medium reasonably well.
I'll tell you something funny though. Baby Poogum has threatened me with violence if I don't take her to go see it. She really wants to see it.
I mean, Sonic 2 was really good. I mean, we both kind of like thought that Sonic 1 would be so bad it would become a meme. And then I remember we were eating dinner that night and we were just like, that was a good movie, right? That happened?
Yeah, we went to the Shake Shack, which is immediately across the street from our then local movie theater.
Yeah.
And we both were like, so that was pretty good, right? That was because maybe, yeah, I was not expecting that. I was expecting, Space Mutiny tier, like so bad it's good, not just genuinely like a really good film.
They're doing like 25 damage ahead. I kind of see why I died so suddenly. I do like that the music kind of picks up when you use the solo option. That's actually a really nice touch. You guys gotta understand, I am not a sound guy. I'm not a music guy. I'm half deaf. Like, I am so not a sound guy. Like, do I like rhythm games?
So,
yes, absolutely. But I am not a sound guy.
Wow, wow, okay, so what you're saying is if we both join together with Noodle and myself, we become half blind and completely, we can hear, finally.
Yeah, we finally actually have working ears, yes. Which would be nice.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Yeah, because Noodle's half deaf too. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning that.
Yeah, ever since he was little, he's had trouble. Which is kind of the issue, is because I'm left-handed, and so in the big family thing, we always have to account for the fact that like Noodle has to sit at particular areas, and I have to sit on particular areas too because I'm left-handed.
Right.
So
even when we were working together in school, we had to sit on a particular way because I'm right-handed. Which is an interesting thing for someone with no arms to say, but here I am.
You're right-tailed.
Right-tailed, yeah.
Well, we learned something this weekend. I don't know. We're gonna drop that on the astute viewers. The deepest Snek lore that we discovered.
Oh, no, we'll save that for another time. But I know what you're talking about. Another thing I realized is I'm not actually playing as Sarah. I'm playing as the weird Satori girl, but I picked Sarah. I guess maybe I took Sarah's instrument. I don't know. That's just a little weird to me. 4 levels in, I finally just realized that's what's happening.
Wait a second, I'm not playing as
The character I
I'm
picked.
playing as Zacharias. You know, you ever get that sense when you realize, wait a second, I'm not playing as Hades, and it's actually Zacharias. Hades' son. Hades is literally the guy who's trying to stop Zacharias from going outside and touching grass.
Yay, I actually survived that despite the fact that I got my face rocked.
I would say, hey, Snek, you know, let's see a Snek place in that game, but I know that there would be a lot of you just yelling and very, very angrily yelling at.
Deal damage to surrounding things on player hurts. That's a weird way of describing it, but okay. Let's do it. I took a lot of damage.
But I'm always hurting.
I'm always hurting on the inside.
I'm always. Wait, does it talk about emotional damage or physical?
There will never be a Monster Rancher 6. No, I'm sad. So, that looks like a boss.
There will be a never been Monster Rancher 6 and the Rune Factory. Oh, actually, no.
There's gonna be a Rune Factory 6. They already announced it and a spin-off.
Oh, and speaking of which, I don't know if you saw or not. Did you see that Farmagia actually drop?
Oh, no, is that already out?
Yeah, it's out.
I'm going to have to act on that.
Yeah, I would have bought it, but I was immediately going back to school, and unfortunately my desktop is not something that I'm bringing with me. So, I mean, besides the fact that I'm still halfway through Megaton Musashi. Speaking of games that, you know, like somebody plucked right out of my brain matter. Stop hitting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Won't you come closer? No, I don't think I will.
I can step into that circle a little bit, but I feel like if I'm in it for too long, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're probably gonna eat a lot of damage if you do. Either that, or he's gonna like do something stupid, like drop a lot of those like ground eyeballs.
Obviously,
I don't think
it's he'll use his dubstep attack on me. No, Skrillex. Computer is not an instrument.
But what about mayonnaise? Is mayonnaise instrument? What about computer mayonnaise? What about
computer mayonnaise? Did you just say computer mayonnaise, good sir?
Yes, I did.
That's all seed oils anyway.
What about barbecue sauce? Is barbecue sauce an instrument?
No, but it is seed oils.
What about grandma?
And grandma's all seed oils too, dude. That's why the Wendigos are all fat and lazy now. Everyone's just pumped full of seed oils.
What the crap? What type of grandma do you have? Sorry, grandma, but you're just seed oils.
You're just seed oils.
You.
The Wendigos are gonna get fat when they eat you.
That's not scary. Sorry, grandma, I can't get near you. Is it because of the coronavirus? No, it's because of the seed oils. It's even worse. See, we can cure the coronavirus. We can't cure seed oils. It's like stupid. You can't cure it.
Oh, that's rough. Like every time if this story makes me cry.
You're like, do you love me 6 ever? And I'm like, no. And then she ran into traffic and died. And it was
she moved to Brazil, yo.
Oh, you're right. She was dyeing her hair.
Yes. She dyed her hair and moved to Brazil.
Dyed her hair. And then it was like, no, babe, I love you 7 over. Like if you cry every time. In Pal World. Oh, yeah, speaking of Pal World, Nintendo apparently is still going forward with their suing Pal World.
Their frivolous lawsuit for nonsense they pulled out of thin air after the fact? Yes.
Yes. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, Mr. Nintendo, we could either make a better Pokemon game, or we could just do that.
Or we could just file a bunch of frivolous patents after the fact and claim that they violated them before we had them. Nah, we're doing that second option.
Pokemon game.
Nah, we're going with the frivolous lawsuit.
What do you Pokemon fans want?
We don't really want the games to get better.
We want Gen 1 again. Over and over and over.
Not even, like, good Gen 1?
No,
we just want, like...
Just nostalgia Gen 1.
Yeah. Oh, the Gen 1 that you can, like, break because, we know, like, the exploits.
I will say, Pokemon fans, I'm sorry, you're like one of the most insufferable fandoms to ever exist. The response to "you deserve better" should not be "no, we don't." You're almost as bad as the Metroid fandom in terms of being just completely unpleasable.
I would say something, but I'm a Megaten fan. I'm not like so much Megaten. I'm like actually like the original Megaten. And it's tough, man. It's tough because I'm like I just want to kill my friends, negotiate by breakdancing. I'm like, oh boy, let's go to high school. Like, do I have to?
No, City Megaten fan, you want another remake of Persona 5.
I don't want to go to high school again.
No, you play Persona 5 again. That's literally all we're making.
I don't want
Persona 5 again.
I don't want to go to high school again. I don't want.
I didn't enjoy it the first time. Why do I have to do it again? This is trash right here.
That boss not dying. Well, there's two of them now.
Yeah, it's bad to say. We just moved to another level. Instead of getting away, we just have to survive, and now there's two of them here. Oh, there's two of them.
You know what it is. You're stuck in the Battle Network thing now. You're stuck with him forever. I asked Mr. Gunderson, I said, how can I get away from him? How long do I have to wait? He said, forever.
5 ever.
7 ever.
Hey!
Like you cry or die.
I got hit straight out of my damage animation. That's some garbage right there. I'm hitting perfects. Why are these weapons so weak now? It's actually very consistently getting perfects. It was like doing scratch damage.
I'd hazard to guess that you probably need to get like certain combos of things in order to like do multiplicative damage.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know. Alternatively, I mean, how do you get better in Hades? Do you just like get better gear or better boons?
You get you unlock different boons and you get some permanent power-ups from the power-up currency that you get. Guitar, bass. Let's power up our bass.
I don't know. All I remember from that is that you petted Kevros a lot, and then you kept like talking with your stepmom, and it's like that is. She's not actually his birth mom, right? He's like, yeah, I know, but she's my mom.
I know, but I'm just gonna put on my Johnny Bravo glasses here for a second and be like, whoa, mama. Oh good, you're back. I'm so glad I missed you.
Did you miss me?
That's like Junji Ito started a band.
No, if Junji Ito started a band, it would be like Hootie and the Blowfish. It would be actually uplifting.
It would actually be like really uplifting and wholesome because that's just kind of the person he apparently is.
No, we need Hideaki Anno. Everything sucks. Yes, things I liked from my childhood, but everything sucks. Except for Neon Genesis Evangelion.
No, that sucks.
it's like, that's not...
Ava was never good. You were just 13 when you watched it.
I don't know. I thought it was good, but honestly, like, the entire thing that makes it good is the fact that it's basically a commentary on earlier mecha shows. And the problem is, Anime News Network is that you never watched any of the mecha shows that they are commenting on. Don't kid me and tell me that you actually watched Toei Majinger Z and Robo.
And you know the really interesting thing about it all, and a little bit of context that people tend to forget, is there's all these like really, really highfalutin types who are just like, Ava deconstructed super robot. Well, you know what came out the next year after Ava did? King of Braves Gao Gai Gar. So don't pretend for an instant the genre isn't loved.
Well, you know, I'll tell you something funny. The entire thing with deconstruction isn't even like... It's not even like actually anything thoughtful. It literally is made. It's spite. It's acknowledging tropes and then being spiteful about it. I mean, that's the reason why George R.R. Martin is never going to be able to finish his thing. I mean, really, when we get down to it, as much as, you know, we both like to joke about, you know, oh, he's like locked in a battle against, you know, like cosmic wizards or whatever. It literally is because he's basically like, I'm deconstructing heroic fantasy. But really, in order to deconstruct it and yet also have it simultaneously be a satisfying conclusion, it basically would mean that the heroes would have to basically die and everything would not matter, which is not at all satisfying. Like, either for a writer or for a reader. So, I mean, yeah. Which is honestly kind of my problem with my HP Lovecraft, because it literally is like, I countered the monster, and what happened? Oh, well, I went mad and I died. Like, what? Dumb.
That's it. I died. Okay.
I went mad and died.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it. That was some garbage right there. Because, like, when you get hit, you go into a damage animation that would make classic Mega Man blush, and then you're immediately vulnerable the instant you start moving again. So you can basically just get bullied to death. I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, the become stronger option is literally not even available. I'm just saying that irritated the ever-loving crap out of me, because that felt like super cheap and unfair. Like, if I died, it's my own incompetence, fine, but I just got bullied into a corner and lost all my health in one go.
I feel like you're playing with, like, half a deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's a demo, so there's gonna be limitations, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But it's just, yeah, this strikes me as basically Hades, but, you know, like, they expect you to, you know, have all the options, but they're like, no, you can't get stronger, you can't get other weapons. So
well, I am getting other weapons, but they're not, like, you rotate what weapon you're using if you have more than one. So, like, that's actually why I picked the drum this time, because it's supposed to be a homing weapon. So I'm hoping it helping me aim will be like more like the magic wand in Vampire Survivors, and I'll kind of get caught off guard less. Yeah, I'm still playing the Satori girl. I'm not playing the owner of the instrument. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a limitation of the demo. Like, they only have the one overworld sprite right now, so that's just what they're going with. Alright. So...
I didn't realize that Satori is a king of games.
Yeah, apparently.
You know, the third eye of Ra.
Alright. This time I'm also going to curate my weapons a little more specifically. And try to be a little more conscientious about what I'm picking up. Like, that was an issue I had in early Vampire Survivors, was I would just grab a whole bunch of weapons without thinking it through. Having a small bit of strategy helps.
But that's what I do all the time. Otherwise, I
16-hour
start getting
drum
silly meme
solo!
builds. I get, it's really silly meme builds like, I'm going to do all books. All books? All books.
I did one today that was all guns. That worked out pretty good.
No, I mean, that's not particularly hard now that Contra thing is.
I actually only had one Contra gun. All the rest of them were other guns. Okay. Keyboard will spin around me. Add chance enemies drop large spirit orbs. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. Pickup range. Alright, let's do this.
So is there any reason why, the spirits of haters are trying to kill you?
I don't know. I assume we're getting the story like in the full game rather than in the demo, so...
Well, that's my, this is going to be the plot that I have concocted. All the haters from online reviews are, coming to kill you. Because, the normies just cannot fathom, your excellent pop punk band.
Let's see.
Gotta open your pineal gland and get woke.
I'm gonna power my drum. I'm gonna focus on my drum for the most part. I'm going full Kamen Rider Hibiki on this.
16-hour drum solo! Baby.
Floor tom! Step mom! Bond? Okay, projectiles, man. They're the worst.
Gemini!
Yeah, kind of focusing on one weapon does seem to make them markedly more powerful. I think I was kind of like spread a little too thin in my last run, which may have been a problem I was running into. Also, I think now that I only have one instrument, all my solo energy is just being saved for the one. So I'm able to use it more frequently, which may have also been what was holding me back before.
So if this is Kill the Music, does this mean that when you play it, it's the day the music died?
Womp womp. 20% of health, preventing your inevitable death. Now, keep powering up the drum. I'm not stopping now. We gotta go fast.
Can't stop here, this is backcountry.
Hit the beat, keep your...
You know what this kind of reminds me of?
What's that?
Kind of the punk aesthetic. It kind of reminds me of The World Ends With You.
Oh yeah! Now this stage does have walls. I kind of thought it did, but I hadn't actually walked that far in that direction.
But that's very different. I mean, 'cause that's less about, music and more about, using the power of fashion in order to kill ghosts.
Also, the DS arguing with you on what constitutes drawing a circle.
Yeah, I honestly never had to. Honestly, my favorite part was yelling into the DS in order to inflict damage on people. Now, I never did the V thing of shouting obscenities in the DS, but yes, that was a meme there for shouting gamer words at your DS in order to kill ghosts.
I'm not even surprised by this.
Now, I haven't played the sequel, and I hear the sequel is not nearly as good as the first game, but...
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy II, for instance, is nowhere near as good as Final Fantasy I. I'm sorry, Ranger. I'm sorry. It is. I know you like 2, but...
Two has its charms, and they tried to do something new with it. I respect 2. I don't necessarily like it.
I mean, I'll say this, you know, neither 1 or 2 will handle 3.
The problem is, they were trying to run a fairly complex system on hardware that couldn't handle complex systems well.
Yes.
This is why you run into situations like intelligence does nothing, so the red mage was every bit as good a caster as the white mage and the black mage. Or you have, what was it, anti-stone? There was some anti-spell you could get that literally did nothing because nothing in the game was coded to ever use it.
Which Dawn of Souls fixed.
Yes.
But Dawn of Souls was so much easier because they honestly fixed a lot of stuff that probably should not have been fixed. Like the entire taking uses of magic into MP.
Yeah.
So rather than having maybe 4 uses of flare, it basically is like, no, you can just store up all your MP and just cast flare as often as you need. Not even going into the Dawn of Souls weapons, which basically trivialized everything else in the game.
Oh, you know what? I finally figured out what that red zone is. It's a buff to other enemies. You see when they go into that zone, they get little up arrows on them? Yeah, it's a buff to their allies. I thought it was a damage zone, but it's actually a buff. So I'm like, okay, that's more and less frustrating simultaneously.
Probably don't want to be around it anyway, though.
Yeah, I really wouldn't want to engage enemies in there. That's just asking for trouble. Like, one thing I will say is enemy drops feel very empty. Like, I get what they're doing with the solo mode, but, like, otherwise, killing enemies is just kind of its own reward. Like, there's no XP, there's no gold, I'm not getting really anything from it other than, oh, there's one less enemy now. There's not a lot of, for a whole thing about following the beat, there's not a lot of tactile feedback on that. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it feels like something really important to the gameplay is just not here.
Do you want the, like, controller to rumble or something?
Not necessarily, but, like, I have a hard time putting my no fingers on it, but it's like, killing enemies just doesn't really give me that, you know, oh, I'm hitting the beat kind of feeling. It feels like there should be a little more, not visceral, but kinetic. Like, I like that they kind of pop, but, like, I think maybe the explosion needs to be bigger. Or, like, maybe have, like, their death animation tailored to the specific weapon that's being used. Like, you hit him with a drum, and it's like this big, like, dust ball, like, poof, kind of thing, you know? And, like, if you're using the guitar, it's something different.
You know, my mind immediately went to the Ken's Rage game, which actually did something like that. If you killed someone with a Piston or Star attack, they would, like, contort before they explode. If you hit them with a non-Toseken move, they would actually, like, fall to pieces in little gibbets because you slice them up. Or if you hit them with Gento Koken, they would actually, like, stand there before they evaporated.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That knockback is absurd. You get hit one time, you're healing for like the next half hour.
And you don't have that much health to begin with.
No. Now, your health does regenerate. If you go a long time without taking damage, you will recover. So that's great. Also, it does seem that solo can stack, because I've like up to 4 drums right now. So that's cool. I like that. You're rewarded for playing consistently.
Was there the Reaper, like, chilling out in the upper right? Or was that just me?
No, I think you're spot on with that. You know what? Let's gamble. Power these up. Heal 50%. Bass. It's at the base. We need another instrument at this point.
So, you take base. Yeah, like, literally right above you.
My base feels seaworthy. Shom.
Look. Go up. See?
Oh.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah, there he is.
Ah, God.
Oh.
Well, alright, we know not to go that way now, ever, under any circumstances. 8 out of 15, we made it. I had like no health left, dude. That was gonna happen no matter what. So, that was the demo of Kill the Music. I like the idea that they're shooting for here, but I have some critiques. For starters, like, I got halfway and there's only like 4 enemy types. It feels like there's not a lot of variety, so I kind of was seeing the same things over and over again. And another thing I also noticed was leveling up the weapons doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Like, I don't know if I was going crazy, but focusing just on the drums seemed to only make them, like, marginally better. It didn't feel like I was getting rewarded for staying the course, which is kind of what I assumed would happen after my first run. And like I was saying, I kind of feel like enemies being defeated is just like, oh, congrats, you killed an enemy, but there's like 3 more to take its place now, so you've gained nothing. When there's like currency or something for permanent upgrades, maybe that'll change. But the solo meter by itself didn't feel like it was all that big of a reward. Like, you want that, you want it because it just boosts your overall killing power, which is great. But it also seems like you're kind of punished if you have multiple instruments because you only solo 1 instrument at a time. So, the thing I was seeing was like, it's really better to just take 1 instrument and excel at it, even though the law of diminishing returns kicks in really fast. Like, that was just kind of the takeaway that I was getting. I could be completely wrong, and the math under the hood might be different. That's what it felt like. Now, that being said, it's a very frenetic game. I do like that the rhythm mechanic kind of forces the player to be engaged. There's a lot of hours in Vampire Survivors I spent sitting in one spot because my build essentially rendered me invincible. So, like, I get it. You're trying to keep the player involved. But I will say, in that same vein, the level feels really, really, really small for this kind of genre. Either give us some place to go, like some paths, like maybe some narrow paths in between the larger arena areas to give you some kind of feel for like, oh, I can go this way if I'm in a bind. Because, like, when you got into later levels, half the stage is gone. And then there's those little alleyways, and as we demonstrated at the end of that last run, like, you go there, you're just dead. That's a run-ender. And like, oh my god, the knockback. Please tone down the knockback, or have one of the power-ups be to, like, cut that in half or something. It felt like I got hit 1 time, and that was a death sentence. Like, that was really frustrating, actually. I did not like that. Now,
like, my face when you basically just want it to be rhythm 80s. Which honestly, I don't think would be half bad, personally.
like, here's the thing. There's no dodge. The only mechanics are moving and hitting the rhythm and picking your upgrades. And that's fine. But, like, can there please be a dodge? Can there please be a shield? Can there please be a weapon that nullifies projectiles? Something. It feels really, really overwhelming.
Forgive me, I did not really pay attention when you started Hades. Did you start with the dodge in Hades?
Yeah, you had a basic dodge to start the game with. There are ways to make it better. You could like multi dash, but yeah, you did start with it. And I feel like maybe it feels like I'm being like too harsh. This is a good demo. You have my attention. I want to see this idea refined and taken to its next stage, especially once the upgrades menu becomes available. I think you're going to have a really interesting thing here, especially because we had 4 playable characters out of, like, I think it said 12. So, obviously, you know, I want to see the devs work on this and continue putting the hammer to the anvil. Because this is a really interesting idea.
Art director, don't take my comments about I don't like the character design. You have a very, very distinctive art style going on, and I think that's cool, and I think it all works together. So don't take this particular little gremlin going, I don't like these characters, as like, this is so bad. It's not. Okay, my opinion is just my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
And also, like, we only saw, like, a third of the characters. There's going to be 8 more to pick from eventually, and we'll probably latch on to at least one of them when that time comes. So, yeah, no, I honestly, on the whole, pretty good. I have my gripes, but I'm sure a lot of those will be hammered between demo and full release anyway, so I'm not too worried. They clearly have some good ideas here, and, as they say, let the man cook. Let the team make the game. So, anyway, as always, the link is going to be in the description if you guys want to try it for yourselves. And thank you for joining me, Master Ditaku.
I am no longer here. I am now there.
Ah, of course.
Behind you.
Right behind you. Nothing personnel, kid. Yeah, that was Kill the Music, and we're going to see you guys next time.
Bye.